Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be attempting to make chocolate macarons for the first time ever. Chocolate is just my preference, although I have never made plain macarons either in my life, so this is going to be my first time. If you're excited, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now let's dive right in. The ingredients you will need to make these macarons are 1 cup of powdered white sugar, 2 egg whites at room temperature, half a cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of castor sugar, and 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. First, we're going to start by adding all the dry ingredients into a food processor or a mixer jar. So in goes the cocoa powder, the almond flour, and the powdered sugar. Blend this until everything becomes a fine powder. Once you've blended this 2 to 3 times, this is how it should look. Next, we're going to sift this into a nice and big bowl. Sifting is important as it ensures that the top of your macaron is very smooth and that you have no lumps which make your macarons very lumpy and chunky from the top. These are the kind of clumps you want to avoid, just discard them. Next, we're going to start whipping our egg whites. To do that, I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar, although you could also use 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice, whatever you have at home. And you're also going to need a clean glass or metal bowl. Add your cream of tartar into the egg white and start whipping on a low speed until everything becomes nice and foamy. Once they start to look somewhat like this, you can gradually start adding in your castor sugar, about 1 tablespoon at a time. Once you've added in all the sugar, continue to beat until stiff peaks form. Stiff peaks are when you stop beating, you pick up your beaters and the peaks hold themselves. So I'm making macarons for the first time. I don't really know what to do, but from the videos I watched, I saw that you need to add in your dry ingredients into the meringue in 2 batches, and one video said to fold them in gently, the other one said to be aggressive. I don't know which one to listen to, so I'm going to be gentle because that's what makes the most sense to me. I'm going to keep folding this until it starts to become a dropping consistency. Then I have a piping bag and a piping tip. This is the most similar piping tip that I could find. I also have a tall glass, and of course I've got my macaron batter. I'm going to place my piping bag into the tall glass and I'm going to fill it up with my macaron batter. I could only fit half of the batter, which is why I had to do this in a couple of batches. Next, I have my baking tray here. So I'm going to put some small dollops of the batter to make the parchment paper stick to the tray. And after this, I'm going to pipe some small circles. I'm trying for them to be about roughly the same size, but that's very hard without a template. So I'm just going to eyeball it at the end. I'm also going to bang this tray on the countertop because they said it was a very necessary step. And then we're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 to 12 minutes. Before baking, I also let my macarons sit for around 30 minutes, and now they've formed this skin, so if I rub my finger, the batter does not stick to it. Alright, so all my macarons have now baked. This is the first batch I made. I piped my batter onto the tray and I let this batch sit for 35 minutes, and then it formed a skin on top. Once I brushed my finger, nothing stuck to it, and I popped it into the oven, and as you can see, the feet grew outward instead of upward. So these are slightly larger than all my other batches. Then the second batch, I piped my macarons onto the tray and I let that sit for around 1 hour. After 1 hour, I baked them, and this is how they look. Again, the feet did not exactly grow upward. It did grow outward, but there was a whole lot improvement. And then the third batch, I let the macarons sit for around 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then I baked them. The results were not very different from the second batch. Both of them had the feet grow outward instead of upward, but they did look a lot prettier than the first batch. I still have to perfect this recipe, so you will not be able to find it on my website. Although when I do perfect it, I will put it on my website. What I did observe was that the third batch had some spots on the surface of the cookie, whereas the second batch was very smooth from the top. Anyways, so now I'm going to start filling them all. To fill my macarons, I made some chocolate ganache. The recipe of making chocolate ganache is in my birthday chocolate truffle cake video, the link to which is given in the description box below. I transferred my chocolate ganache into a piping bag, and I did not put any nozzle on it because we just need to fill the macarons. The first thing you'll have to do is take all your macaron cookies and find the right pair for each other. I think that these two would be perfect, and if I put them on top of each other, they are approximately the same size. You're going to do this for all your cookies until you get them all paired. Here's how I'm going to fill my cookie. Take one pair and decide which will be the top and the bottom of the macaron. Take the bottom cookie and flip it. Then take the frosting of your choice, and I'm using chocolate ganache like I said. You can use any kind of frosting you like, buttercream or whatever. Pipe some of that on and take your top cookie and press it down. Now we're going to repeat this for the rest of our cookies. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please share this video with all your family and friends. I'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye.